Hi everyone, today I wanted to do a quick video of my reading bucket list. So here's a list of 5 books or series that I want to read before I kick the bucket. So some of them, actually one of them I've read before, but the rest I haven't. So yeah, so here we go. So here's my reading bucket list. So the first one, I love classic, actually the first 2 are classic literature, and the first one is Charles Dickens' Our Mutual Friend. This is a book I got a while ago. I really enjoyed the BBC dramas of it, but I wanted to read the story on my own. So Charles Dickens' Our Mutual Friend. This is a story of 2 girls, Bella Wilfer and what's the girl's name? Lizzie Hexam, I believe. And it's just a story of these 2 girls going just their hard life and finding love, and yeah, so I wanted to read this one. I watched the TV show Lost, and there's a character that this is the last book he's gonna read, so he is always carrying it around with him, so I kind of wanted to read it because of that too. So the second book on my list is War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. I had tried to start this book so many times, but so one day I will read it. But this is a story of just the family and during the revolution and the Russians fighting Napoleon. It's a classic, and the reason why I chose this version of it is because it was translated by Richard Prever and Lisara Volczynski, and I had read Anna Karenina translated by them, and I actually really enjoyed it. So that's why I chose War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. It's a chunker, but I want to read it one day. The next one that I wanted to do, this one's actually a reread, and I want to reread the Harry Potter series. I have reread the last book several times because it's my favorite, but I kind of wanted to just reread the whole series again, so maybe I will actually do that soon. So, Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. I just want to reread it. The next one is kind of a history biography that when I saw it, it was just so interesting to me. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, so I wanted to do that. So the New York Times bestseller, The Romanoff Sisters by Helen Pepperott. And I've always been interested in Anastasia, and I've actually started getting into Anastasia and the history of that and recently, so I remembered I had gotten this book and was really excited about it, so I want to make sure I read that one day, because it's something that I'm interested in. And the last book on my bucket list is Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, but this is the annotated version of it. And a friend got it for me for my birthday, and it's such a pretty book, and when I started reading it, it was actually really interesting. So, I'll give you an example. And this is a specific version of Pride and Prejudice that I would want to read, or reread. So, in the middle, the dark text, like in the middle here, is the actual story. But on the side, it's all these footnotes of, just of the time. So if it talks about a card game, there's the footnote of what the card game is. If there's a footnote about a person, it talks about who that person was in relation to just history. There's little notes about Jane Austen's life throughout the book. There's a very nice little map of England. Gives a little history of Pride and Prejudice in the introduction. So yeah, so it's just such a really pretty book, and I think it would give just a different depth to Pride and Prejudice. So that's the last book on my bucket list. Anyway, there is a short little video of books that I want to read on my bucket list. So the Pride and Prejudice book, the Romanoff Sisters, the Harry Potter series, again, War and Peace, and Charles Dickens, Our Mutual Friend. Let me know what books are on your bucket list, and hopefully you will see these books at least starting to get read this year, next year, soon. And then maybe I'll have to have another video later on with my new bucket list after I finish these. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.